All right, here we are back on the podcast. I got my
Yeah.
friend Shane Bianchi
Oh, yeah.
in town from Los Angeles, California.
Yeah. A city that all your viewers probably despise.
Yeah, well, Chicago too.
Yeah. Do they hate Chicago? They
Yeah.
probably hate LA more.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got guns there.
Yeah, yeah.
We're allowed to have guns.
Chicago too.
Technically.
Yeah. The gun laws I think in Chicago are actually worse than LA.
Yeah. Well, I know a crazy guy in LA that's like has a concealed carry permit.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to be like take some police test or some shit to do that.
Interesting.
Shane,
Yeah.
did you just say concealed Perry permit?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different. It's LA's. Look, everything's a little different in LA.
Yeah.
Okay, you just got like an old timey saber. You just parrying shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they parry with guns out there.
Yeah. What? What?
You got to parry a drive-by. I was Big L. Do you listen to Big L at all?
No.
I was just thinking about he has this line in one of his songs where he's like, "This ain't Cali. We do walk-bys, in Harlem."
Oh yeah.
And it's like drive-bys are so much cooler than walk-bys.
They kind of are.
Yeah. Where it's like a walk-by, that's what you shoot guys 2 times.
Right.
Yeah, like a drive-by, that's like you kill a guy's family with a machine gun. You destroy. If you don't kill him, you destroy his house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a walk-by shooting. It seems just dumb.
Yeah.
There's no cover.
Yeah.
Right? So you're just going to casually, and then you just got to pretend like you didn't. You just got to keep
Yeah.
whistling down the road.
Yeah,
like
yeah. That's why New York, inferior city.
Yeah.
Inferior.
Definitely.
They're doing walk-bys there. Fucking what? I did actually see that there was online there was a map of like the shootings in New York, like the bad parts of New York, and then a map of the shootings of the bad parts of LA. And like it was like 58 shootings in LA, but like 50 of them were kills. And then like there was like 132 shootings in New York, and like there was like 13 kills.
So the percentages are way higher.
Yeah.
Damn, I wonder what Chicago's is. We gotta
100%.
We gotta rank the shooting percentage. Like it's a basketball game. Just rank the shooting percentage.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, what's the craziest? So LA is the homeless central. What's the so far? Because I'm sure you'll have a better story later.
Yeah.
What's the craziest homeless thing you've seen so far?
Craziest. There's just a lot.
Like what actually bothered you? Where you're just like,
Oh, I saw a guy fisting himself on Skid Row. I drove past Skid Row. A guy crawled out of his wheelchair, and he had his hands down his boxers and just fisting himself.
how long do your arms have to be for that?
You have to have experience, probably.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let me
Which
just-
apparently I read that meth makes you want to put stuff in your butt,
Interesting.
and LA's a big meth city. So
Huh. So if you have to like do a suppository like medicine, take a little meth.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
help with it.
Yeah. If you need to like put some poop back in you.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just like, I'm done taking this poop, let's just save it for later. You snort a line.
Yeah.
You hit the fucking oil burner. There's advertisements for oil burners on Skid Row.
What's an oil burner?
That's the like legal name they have to use for meth pipes.
Okay.
It's like on the sign. It's like they like list like food, like fucking water, oil burners.
Imagine someone actually buying a meth pipe to burn like incense.
Yeah. Which I guess they do. Some people take meth to fuck, so like, you light some incense to get rid of the funk.
Yeah. There was a comic that we both know in Chicago not in Chicago, I mean in Nashville, that put meth in his dick.
Oh yeah, he
And
died.
then like a true comedian did a set.
Yeah, he died and then came back to life and went and did a set.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, from LA.
I didn't know that. That's funny. Yeah, he had a tattoo of murder right under his eyes.
Before I left, he said, "Oh, LA, that's a great idea. They get guys like us out there."
I like how he put him in the category with you. He's like, yeah, we're the same.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know what
Another crazy homeless story though.
Okay.
I've mentioned the fisting one, but let's go to the violence one.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do feel like you got to categorize them probably.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
got to do the fisting one. You got to do the drugs one, and a violent
I
one.
honestly feel like fisting, a homeless guy fisting is probably a better story than anything I can think of an object he would put up there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? That seems less impressive.
Maybe he put like a missile in his ass.
If it was armed for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say, what better context for a guy fisting himself than being in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
That motherfucker's forearms have to look like Popeye.
That's true.
Them fucking
You think
arms.
he's using the wheelchair though?
Yeah, without
my
the-
man is sitting on the sidewalk of fucking Skid Row smoking fentanyl all day. His arm, he would only get strength from just picking up the tinfoil all day.
Maybe he was just like out of his mind, and there's like a guy that lives in his asshole that he's like,
Yeah.
just trying to punch.
Oh yeah, maybe he's constipated from opioids though.
Oh, and he was trying to pull it out.
Yeah, maybe that's what was happening. It didn't seem like that. It was pretty vigorous.
Yeah,
Oh, on
interesting.
Skid Row also, I drove through there on 4th of July, and they were throwing fireworks at my car.
Oh, damn.
One blinded me.
Blinded you.
Yeah, it blinded. Like I couldn't see for a while. And if you've ever been to Skid Row, those guys just walk through the street like constantly.
Yeah.
Like they just walk across the street. So it's like I'm just like, fuck, am I gonna kill a homeless guy? And then I was like, does it matter?
Who's
like,
gonna notice?
Yeah, like.
Yeah. All right. What's the violence one? We gotta hear the violence
Okay,
one.
so I there's this gas station near my house because I live on like the border of like Hollywood and Koreatown.
Okay.
Bad homeless areas, both of them.
All right.
And there's this gas station a lot of homeless people hang out at, and I go inside to get a Coca-Cola, and I'm just plugging for the viewers.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if they never had that shit before. But I go inside, and there's a guy on the counter, and he's waving a knife around, and he's going, "You can't accuse me of that. You don't know me. You don't know me." So I just walk out and then go to a different gas station, and I get a citizens alert, and it said that at that gas station, one of the guys that had walked in after me got mugged in the gas station.
That's funny.
And it was so funny because it was just me and another guy walking in, and I walk out, but that guy's like, "I'm still getting my beer."
That's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah. The homeless situation out of control.
yeah,
There.
yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. You love it though. You love living there.
I do kind of. I just like not feeling safe.
Yeah.
I kind of like. That's what I like. I like about LA, where it's like if you want to live in any of the parts where you like are close to shit, you also have to live in parts where you have to. Like I drove past a guy breaking into a house just down my street. But it's like my rent is $670. So it's
Right,
like
Yeah. That's hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like in Chicago, the violence is, you don't, Jesus. Jesse is, the sound guy is putting some crazy shit up here on the
Crazy
TV.
homeless dude. Hell yeah.
I feel like in Chicago, like obviously Chicago is famous for being dangerous as well, but I feel like you don't see it until it's too late.
Yeah.
There's not like an opening act for the danger that you have in LA.
Which I think that gives the West Coast a bad reputation, even though I don't think it necessarily should have as much of a reputation. It might be, the average parts of it might be more dangerous than the average parts of other places.
Right.
But like, I don't necessarily mean, but danger's relative though.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, where it's like a lot of people can pull up statistics, and it's like, well,
depends on who you are.
this is in one area.
Right.
Like most places, they have one area that's bad.
Right.
It's like the crime in LA and probably New York is spread thin.
Yeah.
it's spread. The bad areas aren't as bad, but the average areas are worse than the average areas in most places.
Right.
Which it could be worse, but
Yeah. You should just ride around blasting that song. Try that in a small town in LA.
I've never listened to that song. Is it about how if you
haven't
try
either.
something in a small town, then you're gonna get fucked up?
I think so. Yeah,
That's so not true.
it's not actually.
It's so
yeah.
not like it's a guy who's never shot his gun at a person before. Where it's like in LA, you try that. The guy's killed 4 guys.
Yeah. There's a lot of combat veterans in LA.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah. I've always thought, like, just from a self-defense perspective, like a crazy homeless person kind of presents a challenge, right? Because
Yeah.
they're unpredictable, so they could be dangerous,
Yeah.
but they don't necessarily are going to have a gun, so it's not like a clear-cut shoot, no shoot type of situation, you know, where I actually feel like in Chicago, if some shit is going down, it's going to be a lot more obvious. Like cars pulling up, bunch of dudes are hopping out on you, you're about to get jumped or robbed, you know. So it'd be like more obvious, like, oh, this is the time to pull and start blasting.
Yeah. I think another thing, people from small towns will go to cities and they'll feel scared because they don't know how to handle it.
Right.
You know, like, because it's like the thing that you got to remember about career criminals is that that's their career. So they pick on the people who obviously have no clue what's happening.
Right.
Because they can't mug everyone. It's
true.
bad business.
That's true. That's true. Everyone will just move away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised, being a very small, weak man, I'm surprised you haven't been mugged yet. I guess you seem poor, though, so that...
Yeah, that's so... My 2 other roommates have had issues with people on the street. I've never had any issues.
And one of them is like a big guy, football player.
Yeah, very big guy. He actually, I went to the strip club with him, and the strippers marked him immediately. But
Interesting.
no stripper talked to me. It's like I have this like thing of like, this guy has no money.
Okay, so that's the deal with him. They think he has something going.
Yeah, and he will give it up also. I think people that are in that business, just they have a sixth sense for like, this guy actually may not have money, but he will get it. He'll give it up.
Oh, right.
Where it's like I have more money than my roommate does, but like they kind of could probably tell I'm not going to give it up.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. You just have like a poverty thing about you.
Yeah.
got,
or a miserly thing about me.
Yeah, like the way your eyes are sort of sticking out like a bug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't got the bug eye thing as bad as the rest of my family though.
Oh yeah.
Some of my family look like praying mantises. Yeah.
So your genetic pool, it's like improving.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You just got to make sure you don't bang any bug-eyed bitches in LA.
It's hard.
Your genes can't afford that. You can't afford the eyes to
I
come out.
I gotta fuck a tall woman and no bug eyes.
Yeah. Otherwise, like your great grandkids are just gonna have eyes just hanging out of their face. You know?
I'm just gonna have 3 foot tall grandkids whose eyes are taller than they are.
Yeah, just a bunch of Steve Buscemi's. Yeah, you got to think about the future generations. You know?
Yeah, I keep trying to explain that to women.
Yeah,
I'm just like, hey, like, you may not want to fuck a short guy with weird eyes.
Yeah,
but like, think about like what good this would do for humanity.
Yeah, like why are hot women only fucking like good-looking dudes?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense genetically.
It doesn't. It's bad for the world.
Well, that's like ugly guys like us. We get into entertainment because then we have something to provide for hot women.
That's true.
Because then they'll be like, well, maybe I'll have this guy.
Yeah,
you know. And then we have hot kids.
That's right.
And then the hot kids, they've never had to fight for anything, so then they just end up fucking hot people, and then the cycle continues.
That's true.
Yeah.
It increases the bloodline over time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why most
the
people...
world is fucked up.
Dude, it is.
Yeah.
It's like
the fact that you could just be born ugly and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You can't change having been born.
You can't.
You can't change having been born ugly at all.
No, you can't.
Imagine being born hot in like the shittiest parts of South America. You're just in a hut, but you're a 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your brother doesn't have a face because he stepped on a fucking cartel member's shoe one time, so they carved his face off.
Yeah. Dude, I bet like if you go back to like ancient times when people were like living in villages, like if there was a hot girl in the village, dude, that whole village probably ate so much better because of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is like gonna hunt their ass off.
Yeah. When do you think the concept of hot was invented? Because like there was probably a period where people didn't really care.
I don't know. I feel like it probably has always had value.
You think so?
But it's probably changed what that is over time.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, I know that like women that were like would be considered overweight now were considered attractive like a while ago.
Yeah.
So
I've always felt like that was a media thing, more so. You know what I mean? Like that, you hear about that where it's like, yeah, in the 50s, it's like guys liked women that were a little bit more a little more heft and like curvy or whatever, and then men started wanting like really skinny women. But I feel like that's not true. I just feel like the media decided that.
But I think,
you know what I mean? Like I don't.
You don't think it's like you don't think guys back then also liked it? Well, I think guys probably like it in both eras, probably.
Right. Also, it's hard to know what someone likes. Like, you're compromising sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like we all like tits.
Yeah.
But maybe you're like small tits, but hey, good face or good ass.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Small tits, but big ass. Fucking conversationalist.
Yeah. That's what I look for in a lady. Good conversation.
Yeah. So I got something to listen to while I be staring at them tits.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a Family Guy joke.
Is it?
Damn, we got to cut it out.
We do. We got to, yeah.
We got to cut that part out because I think I accidentally hacked Family Guy.
Yeah. At least it wasn't The Simpsons, though.
Oh, wait. No, it was the other way.
They hacked you?
No. Family Guy, their joke was that why do women have big breasts? So you got something to look at while you're talking to them. It's the opposite of what I said.
Oh, okay.
So I'm inventing.
You're an innovator.
Yeah.
You took it to a new realm.
Yeah. Seth MacFarlane. He's probably a big gun guy. Yeah.
I'll tell you though, people and sometimes in Hollywood will surprise you. Guns is one of those things that it's like seen as like a very conservative thing.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like liberals who kind of sometimes secretly are.
I think there's a lot of people on like the far left that really like guns. I do kind of like LA's take on guns, where it's like everyone has one, but no one thinks they're allowed to talk about it.
That's funny. I've noticed that with, I mean, this might also just be misconstrued based on who I was getting this information from.
Yeah.
But I've heard like in Australia, they have stricter gun laws, but also like people get away with more shit there. You know what I mean? There's more like people who are just like not following the laws and getting away with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, if you check a kangaroo pouch, there's an AK-47 in there always.
Exactly. That's true.
That's what they keep them. That's what they have those for.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I obviously am for everyone having machine guns. I think that would deal with the homeless problem.
You think so? If all the homeless had machine guns?
Let's see who's toughest,
Yeah. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, let's just figure it out now.
Yeah.
There'd
probably be a lot more homeless because of all the homeless people shooting houses.
That's true. Yeah.
They're like, I hate those.
Yeah. Or like if you gave all the homeless people in LA a machine gun, they'd just immediately sell it for crack.
Oh yeah. No, that would be really bad actually.
Yeah. Then everyone with crack would have all the machine guns.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't stop a bad guy with a gun with crack.
Yeah. You can't stop it takes a good guy with crack to stop a bad guy with crack. Yeah, I've wondered that before. Like I obviously am an extremist on guns, but just out of curiosity, what would happen if everyone had like a full auto, like belt-fed machine gun? You just handed one to everyone. I could see one or two things happening. I could see a more violent world or a less violent world.
Well, all the violent people would probably be killed pretty quick.
Right.
Yeah, well, they would be like,
no one's gonna go
you know what I'm doing with my machine gun first thing? Killing people.
Yeah.
And then they get killed.
Because they're like, whoa, we don't like that.
So that could go one way, where it could go they start killing a bunch of people and then get killed. And then there's like a sudden burst in violence, a large burst in violence, and then maybe less.
But then it sort of shakes out.
Or they could start killing a bunch of people randomly, and that creates a world where like people are more likely to be depressed and alienated. So they're like, well, let's kill a bunch of people. So then there's a lot of more violence.
It's hard to know.
Yeah. I mean, we know, but like, we know what would happen. There would be no the violence wouldn't go lower.
Yeah, true. It'd be more for a little bit, but then it would probably find its way back to exactly where it is now.
I don't know if I agree.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
This is a hypothetical.
It is a hypothetical.
Yeah.
I mean, that is obviously I know where I stand on it, but it's like, but if I'm trying to like put myself outside of like my political views about guns.
Yeah.
And just literally think of it like what if you look down at the earth as like a social experiment?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
so you were talking shit about a guy earlier. So if he had a machine gun.
Mm-hmm. But I also have one.
Oh, I guess so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
also that guy you didn't like, he was a pussy. So he's probably going to have that machine gun sell for books or something.
Oh, he's going to sell his machine gun for books?
Yeah.
Oh, books kind of stop bullets.
They do, but only the Bible. You've never heard a story about another book stopping a bullet?
That's true.
No one's ever like, I had a copy of Dr. Seuss's The Cat in the Hat in my front pocket. And if it wasn't in there...
That is true. I would say that's the only good thing about books is that they stop bullets.
Yeah. I guess phone books.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess guys on drug deals, will put phone books under their shirt and shit.
Oh, really? They definitely stopped getting stabbed. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There was like a YouTuber that was trying to go viral. Remember that story? And he got his girlfriend to shoot him with a 500 Magnum, was like the super powerful revolver.
Yeah.
And they fucked up because they set the book on the ground and shot it first, right? And the bullet didn't go through, but it's just because it was on the ground, it had no resistance. So then when he held it up against his chest, it didn't have anywhere to go. So the bullet passed right through and killed him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did it go viral, the video?
The story did.
Okay.
I don't know if the video ever came out.
Oh, the video? They never released the video?
I know, it's fucked up.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
Yeah. Hold on. Jesse put some shit up here about books stopping bullets.
Yeah, I just wanted to show Shane that he's wrong.
Oh, it was the book that stopped the bullet never got intervened.
Yeah. Oh, a book that's not the Bible stopped the bullet.
Oh, wow. I am dead fucking wrong.
Yeah, dude, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, I'm so fucking stupid.
We fucking brought you on this podcast as an expert about...
I'm sorry, I'm not as smart as Google. Yeah, I'm not as... yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah. I feel like everything I've ever said could probably be refuted with Google.
Yeah.
Like if you look in the right spot...
Yeah.
Like every idea you've ever had has an argument against it on Google.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's like anything you any like unhealthy habit you have, you could just Google and find an article where it's like, actually it's good to it's good to eat 4 meals a day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like good to sleep 3 hours a night.
Right.
You know? Or it's like there's people that are like, I'll get so much more done. Right. And it's like, yeah, but you're gonna die at 40, so
yeah. Yeah, exactly. It is tough.
You won't get to hold your grandkids.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the life expectancy of comedians is probably not as good as other things.
Like, you ever eat McDonald's and think that's like 30 minutes away from your grandkids?
No.
Yeah.
No. Never.
Yeah. I don't get to talk to my mom for another 15 minutes because I had this Big Mac.
God damn it. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to do comedy and be healthy. It's tough.
Absolutely terrible.
Like I don't know what your struggle with that is. Mine is always I always plan to eat healthy like during the day, right? I'll be like I'm going to eat a very reasonable, responsible meal, and then I do a show, and if I had a bad show, I'm just like I got to eat my feelings. If I had a good show, then I want to celebrate and eat. Mm-hmm. So there's really no scenario where I don't feel like just eating bad food after a set. Yeah. I've been trying to do. I actually did this today. I've heard that like a lot of like bigger comics will not eat all day, and then after the show, then that's when they eat. Because it's like at a certain point, if you just have to give in to that temptation, that's really your only option.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you do? I mean, do you eat when you wake up in LA?
Yeah. This is an LA thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. In LA, you eat breakfast and lunch and dinner, but only in LA.
That's only LA.
Yeah. It's a LA thing. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. We're the only city that's homeless. Only city that has breakfast.
Yeah.
Are they connected? I don't know.
Yeah. Do you just like go and eat with the homeless people, see what they're cooking?
You gotta hang out with the homeless people. I mean, that's That's the rule of California.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to go hang out with homeless people and talk about how you're going to teach kids to be gay.
What's the craziest, like, are there like homeless guys near your house that have like an agenda? You know what I mean? Those type of homeless guys?
There's the McDonald's near my place. They do shifts. Like the homeless people, they like
they're begging for money and they're doing
yeah,
shifts?
yeah. They'll nod at each other aggressively, and then he'll take his sign up and move.
Dude, homeless territory battles are really funny to watch.
Yeah,
They are very funny.
yeah, yeah.
I've not seen any violent ones like maybe you have in LA, but
Yeah.
even in Nashville,
yeah. I've heard
seen 'em.
somebody said that they had seen somebody had set a tent on fire with the guy's legs poking out. So somebody just burned a guy alive over land.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
My favorite, I've told you this story before many times, but I've never said it on the podcast. My favorite homeless story is the one that this guy told me. It was a teacher I had in college. And apparently there was a guy who fell asleep under a bridge. He was drinking and he passed out drunk and fell asleep under a bridge with like half a bottle of liquor next to him, passed out, right? And then another homeless guy came up on him and saw the bottle. So then he picked it up and started drinking it, and he passed out right next to the guy. And then the original guy woke up and then saw his empty bottle, and this other homeless guy passed out, and he cut his dick off.
The story you told me is he bit his dick off.
I think he cut it off.
Okay, that's a way less funny
You might
story.
have remembered it better than what I told you.
But yeah, I mean, shit, crazy. When you're on the streets.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't have that shit in Chicago though.
Yeah, yeah.
You love it because you're a dumbass, but I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
I mean, I like it because it's not happening to me.
Yeah, it gives you good stories.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I would have zero stories if other people weren't suffering.
Right, yeah. That's what stories are.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like, yeah, girl shit herself at school. That's the stories.
Right.
Yeah. Some girl went home and cried.
Yeah.
And then and now when she's 23, she can have a stable relationship because she shit herself in school.
It is like a weird fact of life that if you have like an easy life, you're going to be boring.
Oh yeah.
You know, but like the people that are fun to hang out with are people who have cool stories, but you're not going to have cool stories unless you just like went through some fucked up shit or saw some shit. You know?
Yeah. Well, you can go through so much fucked up shit that you're not fun to be around.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know some people like that.
Oh yeah, we do. Meth up the dick guy.
Yeah.
No, he's okay. He tried to steal my car one time, but he's cool.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't try to, but he threatened to.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, not everyone's perfect.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all okay.
Yeah. Have you had has your like car been broken into since you went up there?
Okay, so there's my neighborhood. Have you seen Falling Down?
No.
The guy that has a rampage in L.A.?
Nope, never seen it.
I feel like you're fucking with me.
No, I really haven't seen it.
That's like the most you movie ever made.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, the guy has
I'll watch it.
A guy has a breakdown in L.A. Like he's stuck in L.A. traffic. He's divorced. He works for a defense company, but like he got laid off, so he just has like a mental breakdown, and like he goes to a convenient. He like walks out of his car in traffic and goes to this convenience store, and he like trashes the convenience store because it's too expensive and stuff. Because like Coke is like too expensive, and he walks out. But they built the convenience store on the street, like in front of the park. Like, that was their version of, like, a shitty part of L.A. It's just close to the street where I live on.
That's funny.
But if I park my car down that street, and if I forget to leave my car, if I lock my car, I'll go in and it'll smell weird and the seat's been pulled all the way back. Like somebody had slept in my car.
Like they pissed in there?
No, I've never had piss. It just smells like
good.
homeless funk.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I've never had anything broken into, though. It's not like I don't know many people that have gotten smashed and grabbed. I know people have got their car stolen, but I think smash and grab is like a San Francisco thing more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, but some cities are like more prone to certain crimes.
it is pretty wild. Like in a place that so many people go to follow their dreams, and it's like if you grew up in like a small town,
Yeah.
you're like I'm going to LA to be in the movies or whatever. As soon as you get there, if you're not aware of like how bad it is, you have to be like, oh shit, this doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's bad. I just think it's fucking gross. I just think it's gross and depressing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, there is a.
I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to like push like conservative
right
thought like talking points on it. But it's
Right,
like
no.
there is a reality to it. You know?
Yeah.
Like kind of because it's like most days you don't have to deal with that shit.
Not a great place to raise a family.
No, it's a terrible place to raise a family. Awful.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple suburbs outside LA that are
Right.
good and people raise kids there and it's fine.
Yeah.
But like the city of LA, no,
Right.
terrible.
Yeah. Any place that like a lot of people congregate, it always gets bad in some
Yeah.
way. Being spread out is good for most people.
Yeah.
Well,
LA has the bad problem of being like large in the way like it's not dense the way like Chicago, San Francisco, or New York are.
Right.
It's like super long.
Yeah. It's like a giant suburb.
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. But it's like it is kind of like a congregation of different cities,
Yeah. That makes sense.
which is like it's bad for curbing crime
Yeah. Yeah.
because they're fucking. I mean, the police have to deal with like huge fucking territories.
Right. Unless you turned it into a total police state, how could you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
even?
You couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it
That's-
wouldn't be L.A.
Right.
Like it wouldn't be the city it is. People complain about L.A. being walkable, but it's like this would not be L.A. if it was walkable.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's what's crazy about the most dangerous cities in America. You can't carry a gun in most of those.
Yeah, I don't think though. New York, and Chicago and L.A. aren't the most dangerous. I don't think. I think the most.
They're the most dangerous where you might be out walking around.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe
because that's like cities like Memphis and like even St. Louis, I think, have like higher per capita
Yeah.
murder rates. But I feel like it's in those places. I don't know. You're like driving to a place, you go in there, you leave or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just different. Where in a big city, you're just in the city.
Yeah.
and you're
Well, LA
walking
has a lot of
around and-
driving too.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
So-
like, it's just not. You
Doesn't-
might.
I think about that in Chicago all the time, where it's there is a way to get a carry permit there.
Yeah.
It's just tough, but
I do think the more walkable a city is, typically the safer it is to just walk around. Like,
Yeah. a lot of people get robbed that way. in
yeah, but I
Chicago.
do think that gives the city a sense of community that makes it harder. Like, and I'm not
Yeah.
because it's like when you walk around San Francisco, it's like feels shitty and it's gross, but it's like you don't feel scared.
Yeah,
You know, like you don't unless you're like think it's scary to see a guy doing heroin, and it's
Right,
not
right.
really.
Yeah, like times I've been around. I've not been around it to the level that's in LA, but at least like when we were in Austin,
Yeah.
early on, that was pretty crazy. I never felt scared being around homeless people.
Yeah.
Ever.
It depends what drugs they're doing usually.
Yeah,
Like guys on heroin, they aren't doing anything.
yeah,
The heroin's an appointment.
yeah.
You shoot up and then you lie there.
Right.
You lie on the
Yeah.
park bench.
Yeah,
Or you're like sometimes you're on heroin and you realize you got to go someplace, so you're just like
like
you see a guy walking around like he realized in the middle of heroin he had some place to be.
That's so funny. It's funny. A lot of people listening probably have never even seen this type of stuff, and it's like I will say, I've spent a lot of time in cities because of stand up.
Yeah.
I grew up in the country. You kind of did too.
Yeah,
sort of to a degree. And I remember one time going to do the club down in stand up live down in Huntsville,
Yeah.
and I needed something to do during the day. And I went down. I was like, "Oh, there's a cigar bar downtown." I was like, the traffic will be bad, but I got time. I'll go down there. I drive down there. There's no traffic,
Yeah.
and there was free parking across the street in a
Yeah.
garage. And I remember having this thought, like, I have a reason to live in a bigger city, but I get why people do this. Like, this,
Yeah, I think
like,
it's just a wiring
it's
thing.
comfortable.
It's a wiring thing because it's like I feel like I like living in LA is perfect for me just because of the way my brain is wired, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, I need this stimulation, you know?
Right.
And I need the like the feel of it, the feel of living in a city.
That makes sense. I mean, I'm very comfortable.
Which a lot of people from the fucking small towns, they like to hate on fucking cities. And a lot of people from cities love to hate on small towns, and it's just like,
but maybe they've never experienced it. Also,
yeah, where it's just like, well, you just aren't that type of person, and it's fine to not be that type of person.
I kind of enjoy both in a sense. Like, I like being way out in the country where I can shoot guns and it's like safe and it's like just a cool place to just hang out. But then, there's something about being in a big city that just feels electric.
You feel like you're a part of something bigger, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's just whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I definitely would encourage like people who have not experienced one or the other to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it enriches you.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, it's fun. It is fun to tell the crazy stories of LA, but it's like, it's not like it's crazy, but it's like, you know, there's also pros to it. You know, there's pros to being there. Yeah. You know?
Especially if you're trying to do comedy.
Yeah, if you're trying to do any sort of entertainment.
The more crazy things you're around, or it just like it feeds on like creativity.
Yeah,
or creativity feeds on the chaos.
Yeah, for sure. Which a lot of people, you know, that are in small towns who've decided to stay there, they don't really want to do anything like that.
Right.
So they're just cool doing. They want to raise a family and have a comfortable life that doesn't suck ass.
Right.
Like doing any sort of entertainment sucks fucking ass.
It does.
It's like years and years of trying to be good at something that you most likely will not succeed at.
Yeah.
But there's a crazy part of your brain that's like, well, I'm going to be a movie star.
Right.
And it's like, but you were born ugly. Why would you be in movies?
Totally.
Why would you be in something where people have to look at you?
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like it is as gay as it sounds. It's like something like stand up. It has to be kind of a calling.
Yeah,
because that's the only thing that makes it worth it. The only thing that makes it worth it to pursue something like that is if you. I
can't decide what's worse to say on a podcast. Gay or stand up is a calling.
Stand-up is a calling.
Both can get you in trouble, but from different people.
That's true. It is gay to say stand up is a calling.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not even just stand up. Like if you're gonna try to do something like that, that's super competitive.
Yeah.
You know, you have to. It's probably like that with professional sports too.
Yeah.
You know, like it has to be something that you like. You would be suffering if you didn't at least try.
But at least with sports, like if you're okay at sports, you still get pussy.
Oh, totally.
Like if you're okay at comedy, you get the opposite of pussy. You have to fuck men if you're good at comedy.
Those are the stakes.
It's like I was born straight, but I'm only okay at comedy, so I guess I got to be gay now.
God damn it.
And if you're gay, then you have to fuck women. If
you can't lose.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Damn it. Fuck.
Dude, yeah, life's
this
tough.
This is dark, dude.
Yeah.
Comedy is dark.
Comedy is dark.
Yeah.
How many people we know died?
Too many.
Yeah.
It's fun, though. I will say, like...
Dying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I will say...
I feel like death is probably cool.
It probably is so much less bad than we think.
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like it just, I think death is fine. I feel like dying is probably like very rough.
Which is why, like, all joking aside, think suicide is dumb for that. Like, to do it is dumb because it's like, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
Just play your life out.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's just like suicide would be fine if dying didn't suck so bad. Death is fine, but dying, it's like I don't want to get to the dying part.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Death versus like the process of.
Yeah, because the process of dying, it's like your brain is trying to understand what's happening.
Especially if it's like the whole thing of like you're spending all this time in the hospital and you're like that's suffering.
But even those last moments, you know, because probably the last moments of your life are just the longest time you ever experience anything.
I bet it's freeing though. You know what I mean?
I think it depends on what sort of life you live.
Probably, but everyone has problems.
Yeah.
And if you know you're gonna die, it's like feeling like none of that is like your concern anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be like a nice, like uplifting feeling.
I do think that that's where our concept of heaven and hell comes from, is just the seconds, that like milliseconds of dying, of your brain shutting off.
Yeah.
Where it's like there is some truth to that, where it's like those last moments, if you lived a bad life, those last moments are going to be horrible.
Yeah. Or maybe a huge relief.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's all speculative.
Right.
You know, when you say anything, it's like, well, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
It's like,
oh, yeah,
I'm not, I don't think that that's, you know, like, I don't think anything is true.
Yeah.
Like, anything I say, there's a asterisk next to it saying,
yeah, we could all be living in a computer game right now.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just have lost our minds thinking we're recording a podcast, but really we're just fisting ourselves on Skid Row.
Maybe you are. I would never.
No, you were way more likely to be doing that. Just sitting
like
there in a wheelchair, you can walk, but that guy definitely could walk.
Yeah, he could. The guy in the story you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, he had crawled out of the wheelchair. Like, I assumed he was disabled, but then it's like I see other homeless people in wheelchairs, and then I see him walking around, and
he's
it's
just
like,
lazy.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's a prop. Maybe he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just he found a wheelchair, and he's like, this is a chair.
Oh, right.
Because, like, guys...
yeah, it's just a chair to him.
Yeah. Where it's like, I will see people chain up their, like, wheelchairs and shit. Like, or they'll chain up their, like...
bicycle?
Yeah, they'll chain it near the freeway, because I guess a lot of guys go and do drugs underneath the bridge or some shit. Mm-hmm. So I'll see, like, a walker or something just chained up. So, because it's like someone else will steal. So it's like, when you see a homeless person in a wheelchair, it might not be his. It might just be some guy who left it there.
The problem is, like, you could chain up your walker, but someone could still steal your little tennis balls. You know?
Yeah.
Who the hell took my cut tennis balls?
Yeah. We do have I spent a lot of time in, like, a very nice part of LA. Like, if you were going to, like, because there's comedy there. Mm. If you were going to, like, raise a family, that's where you would raise a family in LA.
Okay.
But there's a couple homeless people there. There's a guy we dubbed the N-word tennis racket guy, because he holds a tennis racket and screams the N-word at traffic while he throws tennis balls at him.
That's funny. Dude, homeless people love to call white people the N-word. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, we had a homeless guy, because I used to work in Madison, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shout out, Madison, Tennessee.
Shout out, Madison, Tennessee. If anybody watching that knows of Madison, Tennessee, they know that what sort of area.
Why do they call it Madison?
Let's not do inside jokes on the podcast.
All right.
But not a great area. But there I worked in a car dealership, and it was the only area nearby it would serve popcorn and coffee. So we'd have a lot of homeless people that would come through.
Yeah.
And there was one guy who was banned. He was a black guy, but he was racist against black people. Mm. So he would come in and he would try to start problems with, like, the black employees.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a dress at the same time.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So this guy is very confused.
Yeah.
It's like, is he racist or is he progressive?
Right. Yeah. That is a tough one.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be, like, on a multiple choice, like, test.
Yeah.
To
an
test
IQ
your
test.
progressiveness.
Yeah.
Jesse came with me to Austin one time, and it was pretty funny. Jesse grew up in a small town. He's never seen homelessness.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
He was tripped out by Austin. And there was this homeless guy at the corner of 6th Street, and we were driving, and he dumped over a trash can, and he was, like, really mad, and he was kicking the trash into the street.
Yeah.
Right, but there was something pretty funny that I don't know why it was funny, but it was so funny because he's kicking this trash, like, at my car as I'm driving by, and then as I drive by, I just, like, ran over a can. You hear, there was just something hilarious about that. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's funny. Let's give a shout out to the dude that was like, it was like 113 degrees or something.
It was crazy hot.
Yeah, let's shout out Moldy Steve.
Yeah.
6th Street.
Moldy Steve, he was crossing the street and had one flip-flop on. Yeah. The other just on the burning-ass asphalt.
Oh,
It's just like
fuck.
that scene in Ace Ventura when he walks across the hot coals.
Yeah.
It is just like that.
I still think the funniest homeless thing I've ever seen was when we were in San Antonio and we walked past a guy and he was drinking out of a boot.
Yeah, that's right.
So he just called cups boots all day.
Yeah. That
Or
was
we
good.
called shoes cups.
Yeah,
That's what-
yeah. Look at this guy's wearing cups around.
Imagine how fucking convenient it'd be just tie up the top of your cup, though.
That's true.
So
yeah,
you couldn't
yeah.
spill shit from it.
Yeah, I still think to me the funniest homeless experience I've ever had. You were in Austin. We were in Austin at the same time. I don't think
yeah.
you were standing there when
no,
this happened.
No. I thought you were going to talk about the Cleveland one.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Oh, the one. Oh wait, you're talking about Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Yeah. I'll tell that story after this one. But like, so I'm standing on the street on 6th Street, and I see something flying around the corner, like someone throwing something. I was like, "What the hell is that?" And I see this guy. He looks like a short, like Charles Manson looking dude. He comes just like storming around the corner. He opens a post office box that's like right on the sidewalk. He opens it, sticks his head inside of it, and goes, "Fuck you!" And then he walks over to like this street sign. He shakes it. He's like, "You son of a bitch!" And he starts doing that to everything. Like he like kicks the bike rack, like everything on the sidewalk.
Oh, I was there for this.
You were there for this?
Yeah.
Everything on the sidewalk, like he just like had a moment of like just fury with.
Yeah.
And then I remember, I don't know. I think it was someone else I was standing next to. But I remember telling like the other comic I was standing next to, like, this might be a problem. This guy he was headed our way, right? And I was kind of like preparing for whatever this was going to be. He got to us, and the guy just looked at us. He goes, "Man, are you seeing this?" Like he was being so nice to us, and then he just continued doing the same thing.
Yeah. He's just mad at stuff.
Yeah, he was. He hated objects.
Well, if you really think about it, his life has been ruined by not having stuff. So when he has to go out and see stuff.
That's now it all makes sense now.
Yeah. It's like, what's all this shit? Stuff people can own?
He doesn't understand that people don't own that kind of stuff.
He's like, the government owns it.
God damn it. That's so funny. Yeah, the other one was outside of a comedy club in Indianapolis where it was just crazy.
Since closed?
I think it's back open again. Crackers.
Okay, all right.
And this crazy homeless guy, he walked by muttering something that was like illegible.
Yeah.
And then I was just like trying to fuck with you, and I was like, "That guy's talking shit about you," and he heard me say that, and he just goes, "Bald-headed bitch." And then he just kept saying that over and over. He walked all the way across the parking lot, and he was like on the other side of the street, like pretty far away, and he was still just yelling, "Fuck you, bald-headed bitch."
How does that make you feel? He just picked up on what you are immediately.
He did. I was like, God damn it, dude.
Isn't that funny? Bald is like that's the one thing people always gravitate on if you're bald.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like there's no other like feature of your physical appearance that people just be like, that.
Yeah.
Like to just be bald is an insult of itself.
It is. And you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. It's like babies are
You can't
bald.
be like, "No, I'm not." What are you talking about?
Yeah, if someone's like, you have a big nose, and you can just be like, well, actually, no.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, if you're bald, you can't just be like, I have a perm.
Yeah. Yeah. The homeless guy, he got me.
Yeah.
He was clever.
Yeah. It is funny. You know your audience. They want to hear about big cities have homeless people in them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this podcast is about.
Yeah. It's the standard capacity podcast.
Right.
All about homeless people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How many could you fit in them?
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some people that probably tuned out very quick on this one.
You think so? What do
Yeah.
you usually talk about?
You know what? Here's the thing. I actually, whoever the guest is, that's like I when I first got into podcasts, obviously because of Rogan, and I always liked how Joe Rogan was into all these different things. So it would be a different episode depending on who was on. If he had a comic on, they talk about comedy or different shit. If he had like a UFC guy on, they talk about that. So it's like I like that style of podcast where it's just kind of it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna put out a bunch of episodes. You don't have to like them all. That's
Yeah.
I like Rogan, but I listen to a very small percentage of those episodes. You know,
I've never listened to an episode of Joe Rogan.
Really?
Yeah, I don't listen to podcasts.
Yeah, I get that. A lot of people don't. I use them. I'll tell you what I use podcasts for is if I gotta like do some shit like clean the house or something like that. It for some reason it keeps me from like being too distracted. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm paying attention to the podcast and doing a task.
Yeah.
Whereas like a lot of times from severe ADD, I'll start a task and then it turns into another task and then that turns into another task and then next thing I know, like, the hell was I even doing, kind of thing.
Yeah. I do think no podcast has filled the Stern hole though.
Yeah.
Of like what Stern was in the 90s.
It's true. Part of it is maybe it's hard to do that. How do you do that? How do you replicate that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
there's a couple that have tried, I think.
Yeah.
Legion of Skanks is big, and they try to do this Stern thing, but it's like not the same.
Yeah.
It's not as like I don't know. It doesn't feel as wild.
I feel like it's hard to be wild anymore.
Yeah. There's not really taboos anymore.
It's like heavy metal. It's like
what's the heaviest thing you
how
can
can
do?
like a band isn't gonna come out and be like, whoa, I've never heard anything that heavy before.
Yeah.
It's all been done, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know
No,
what I mean?
it's true.
Like there's certain things that just aren't. You can't just keep upping the ante. Like, you know what I mean? There's a limit.
Yeah.
You know. And Stern was kind of on the forefront of that.
Yeah.
Especially where he was on a network that had rules before he went to satellite radio.
I mean, it's wild because it is still the wildest radio ever.
Yeah.
Where it's like I can't really think of much comedy audio that really surpasses it in terms of explicitness.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like a lot of the like Gilbert Gottfried shit on there, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Gilbert's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
I love that he's like the voice of the parrot from like a movie everyone watched as a kid, but he's just saying the most vile shit.
Yeah. Hey, there's a story about him. He opened for the Go-Go's back when they were popular, and like all the fucking people were 13. Like it was like 13-year-olds and their mom, and he just goes up and he's like, "Fucking my daughter's cunt, my fucking." Fucking cunt. He just says cunt a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Just saying funny cunt stuff, not just the word.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I like funny cunt stuff. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. I respect when comedians are like, this is the kind of comedy I do. It is what it is, take it or leave it kind of thing. Whereas they might get on. I've known comedians personally that I've like hosted for at clubs that have had big dry bar specials, and they were complaining about, you know, now the audience wants, you know, I'm expected to be like a clean comedian and all this kind of thing. You know, I get that, but I feel like you just gotta be the comic you want to be, and then it'll all kind of shake out.
Yeah.
You know, you'll just fail and not have a career.
Yeah. It's like, what do they expect? I had a dry bar special, but my name is still comedian Danny Cunt Slurp. Like it doesn't. I didn't change.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
still the
I
same
said.
guy.
It changed to Hoo Ha Slurp for dry bar. But
Yeah.
you still know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. That. Yeah. A lot of people blew up off of those dry bar specials.
Yeah. Allah Akbar.
God damn it. Dude, I'm excited about doing when World War III breaks out, we got to do some USO shit.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think they used to do stuff at Camp Pendleton.
Yeah, I did one of
you
those.
did that. Yeah. I don't know if they do it anymore, but that'd be fun.
But I mean like real USO, like you're
like real USO shit.
Yeah. Like that's one thing. It's like, man, I wish I was doing comedy back then, because you see, I saw recently, Nate Bargatze, he did that's the accurate pronunciation of his name.
Yeah.
Close personal friend, Nate Bargatze.
Yeah. Nate Bufuxy.
Yeah. That's when he does a dirty set.
Yeah.
That's a late show. That's his late show.
Yeah.
But he was recently on SNL, and Joe List posted a photo of them together.
Yeah.
Because they were buddies back in the day, and they were both wearing like plate carriers, and they were on some plane like going to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, but that shit was fun.
Yeah.
You guys ought to do a recreation of the movie In the Army Now. Shane, I think you'd be good for that part. Pauly Shore.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
You fit that fucking part good.
Yeah, you kind of remind me of a Pauly Shore type of guy, you know.
Yeah, I'm always doing noises and shit.
Yeah.
I'm always doing what thing he does. I don't remember.
Your mom like runs the Comedy Store.
Yeah, my mom fucked Robin Williams.
Yeah.
My mom was a cunt everyone hated at the Comedy Store. My mom was a dumb dead bitch. I think when Bud Friedman died, he hosted the Hollywood Improv. Or he didn't host it. He owned the Hollywood Improv.
Yeah.
I took a picture of me flipping off the sign that said "Rip Bud."
Damn. That's hilarious.
What's cool about LA is you can do that, and then
no
they're
one
just
cares.
like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Like there's like,
That was where Ari Shaffir got in trouble with the Kobe thing.
Yeah.
Like that was probably like everyone in LA probably got it.
yeah.
But then the world did not.
No, people I think from LA wanted to kill him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. No, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think. I mean,
Kobe is the pride of it. I mean, I was legitimately sad when Kobe
Yeah,
died,
yeah,
but
yeah.
also it's like comedy is comedy. Like that.
yeah. But wasn't his post just like, "I hate Kobe. I'm glad he's dead."
Yeah. There was
Just
no
like-
nuance to it,
yeah.
but that's also what made it funny
Yeah. It is funny to just do.
because of how beloved he was. That's what made it funny.
One of my favorite Louis C.K. jokes. We probably shouldn't tell other people's jokes on the podcast, but I'm gonna do it
Well,
anyway.
is it? Well, but it's like, is it like an old joke that's been on specials?
No, it's just like a bootleg thing.
Oh,
But I'm saying it's his joke.
yeah. You're good.
So Ray Charles just died. Is it too soon to make jokes about Ray Charles? And everyone goes, no. And he goes, all right, fuck Ray Charles. I'm glad Ray Charles is dead.
That is funny.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is very funny.
Louis the best.
Yeah, the best of all time.
I'll say, because we're getting close to the end, I'll say this. For a while, I was saying, because, Shane Gillis is incredible,
Yeah.
undeniably incredible. You got to
Yeah.
go see him live.
Yeah,
Especially live, it's
yeah.
unreal.
Yeah, super funny.
I've been saying for a while, like, oh, he's going to be the next Louis. He might already be Louis, might be better than Louis. I got to say, he's got 2 specials out now. They're both great,
Yeah.
but he's not quite taken the Louis throne.
Yeah. Well, that's going to take another 20 years.
It will take a long time.
Yeah.
And I also might think Dave Chappelle is the best now because I saw him live.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen him live before, and there's just things he can do that are just
I think
mind-boggling.
Dave Chappelle is the best living orator, I think. But like I don't know if that necessarily makes him the funniest, but there's like shit he can do with like how he talks and shit that's incredible.
Yeah.
I think it's like pretty undeniable the best comedians alive right now are Chappelle, Louis, Bill Burr, and Chris Rock.
Yeah. Yeah. And Shane Gillis is pretty close on that list, I think.
I'd say he's still like in the upper tiers of like
Who do you think is that's not those guys that's like better than Shane Gillis?
they're all dead.
Oh, but I got okay. I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying he's like at the top tier of that, like he's near the top tier of that New York.
Right,
like.
right.
But I guess there's other guys you could say too.
Yeah. My kind of like Mount Rushmore comedians for years, even including dead ones, has always been.
Yeah. Well, Mount Rushmore also gay. It's also gay to have a Mount Rushmore of comedians.
Damn it. See, I thought that it's like America, dude. That's straight. I was gonna say my Mount Rushmore is just the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay.
Those are my favorite comedians.
Oh, those
The
guys
guys-
are hilarious.
Those
Those guys are hilarious.
Look at
They're
all
on the money.
Look at all
Yeah.
Dude, those guys
No,
have done,
people always say they're Mount Rushmore of stuff. No one's ever like, "What's my Twin Towers?" The 2 best ones, but they got taken down too soon.
What's my building 7? Shane,
Not enough people know about it.
yeah. Shane Gillis is my building 7 comedians.
Nah. He's too known now. It's got to be like an unknown type of guy.
An unknown.
But like the real
same
heads.
talent, maybe.
Ooh.
He's kind of a building 7.
Yeah.
He's
Brian Simpson.
Brian Simpson. He's pretty
Yeah.
known. Too.
Yeah. But he's not known the way like.
Gillis.
Yeah. But I think Brian Simpson's pretty. Who else?
He's been on Rogan quite a few times. Talent has just been on once.
Yeah.
He'll probably be on more.
Talent, I guess, is like less known than Simpson.
Yeah, probably.
Same Talent. I remember whenever I go on the stand-up Reddit sometimes, and it's terrible. It's
Yeah.
worst. If you're on the stand-up Reddit, kill yourself. This is for the camera. Run by a bunch of fucking losers. The stand-up comedy subreddit, though, fine. I mean, I don't really go on there that often other than to post clips, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. I'll say stand-up Reddit, terrible. Worst comedians on the planet.
Is it, hold on, is it, which one is it? Is it like just other comics on there? Or is there
it's like the biggest losers from like all of the scenes.
But the one you said you post clips on.
Oh, stand-up comedy is that one.
So there's actually like just fans on there.
Maybe. I think there might be fans on both. Okay. But stand-up comedy is more for people just like watching. So I think there might just be more fans of stand-up on stand-up comedy.
Okay.
I think it's probably like people that are into like Kill Tony and stuff probably.
Yeah.
But the stand-up Reddit, I remember whenever they have a post of like who's the best up-and-coming comedians, this is like a couple years ago, it would always be like Brian Simpson, Sam Talent, and Dusty Slay would always get named.
Yeah,
those are like the three guys. I
guess he's still technically up and coming.
Well, this is like years ago.
Oh, years ago. Yeah,
this is years ago.
Yeah, but now though, would you consider Dusty Slay up and coming? It kind of is.
Kind of, because he's just not famous yet.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He'll be famous.
He has a Netflix special, I think, that's coming out.
Oh, cool.
Once that comes out, he's already shot it.
Oh, that's cool.
He shot it in some theater in Knoxville.
Yeah.
Once that comes out,
best comedian in Nashville that didn't come from the coasts. Dusty Slay.
Who didn't come from the coast?
Well, I mean, Nate is from here, but he's fucking.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He came up in Chicago, New York, and L.A.
Yeah. He's like, he grew up in Nashville, but he's not really like a Nashville comedian.
Yeah.
Dusty isn't necessarily either, though. He did.
Yeah,
most
but
of
Dusty
his time.
is like Dusty came here from North Carolina, and he like kind of built himself there.
True.
That's what I mean in terms of a guy who built himself in Nashville.
Yeah, I guess
I would say he's probably the greatest.
Yeah. Dusty's incredible.
Yeah.
Very funny, yeah.
He had a great joke tonight, but you're going to have to wait.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait.
Yeah. Open it. Yeah.
Yeah, we know it. They don't.
Yeah. They don't even care about comedy even.
Yeah. Honestly, what we saw, they'll probably never see. They'll see like a better version of that.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, but we'll be like, yeah, we know what this used to be.
Do you have like gun guys on here?
Gun guys on here? On my podcast?
Yeah. Like do those, like, can you look at the viewers? I'd imagine those get higher views, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I imagine those are the highest views.
It's also still like a new podcast.
Oh, I guess that's true.
But with the old podcast, yeah, I would guess so. You know, it's kind of like what I was saying with stand-up comedians, just kind of doing what they want to do and then let the audience shake out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like the same way in the sense that I'm gonna just kind of do it the way I want to do it, and I'm sure there'll be some people that come over from Hickok 45 that'll be like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
But then there'll be some that'll be like, "Oh no, this is what I want to see."
Yeah. And there's gonna be people from like that'll be like they're just gonna clip all the homeless stuff out and be like, "Look at how crazy cities are."
Yeah.
And
exactly.
it's just like, no, you actually are a pussy. No, I'm actually 5'4" and I'm tougher than you, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd see both sides of that because it's like it is more dangerous to be in a city than it is to live a.
But if you're scared all the time, you're a pussy.
I agree. If you're scared ever, you're a pussy.
Yeah. Unless you live in like the bad part, like the like really bad parts of a city.
Yeah.
You have no reason to be such a fucking little bitch.
Yeah. But I'm in Chicago. I don't ever feel scared, but I'm definitely more alert.
Yeah, you got to be more cautious. That's the thing. These people don't want to be cautious. They don't want to think.
Right.
I remember somebody posted a video of San Francisco. It was like, look at how crazy this is. And it was just a line outside of McDonald's. And it's like, no, there's just a bunch of people here.
Yeah, I notice like because I come back and forth a lot. Like when I get back into the city, I can just kind of feel like my mentality changes a little bit. Like, all right, I'm back in the city. I gotta, I just kind of check my mirrors more. I look around, see what people are doing. Some of it is you just got to be more observant because you'll fucking run someone over because there's just like people walking and shit happening everywhere.
Yeah.
Some of it's that, but
and motherfuckers in Chicago do not look both ways.
Oh, dude,
they do not.
What really kills me is there's a lot of people that will just be walking around and they got headphones on. They're not paying attention.
Yeah,
it's like, do you not know you live in a city?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that live in cities that should be a little bit more afraid.
Yeah. There is, like when I talk to people from some places, they're like, they live in a city, but they have, like, their street smarts are really bad.
Yeah, it's that.
Like,
yeah, I've noticed that. It's weird.
I was hanging out with a girl in downtown L.A., which is, like, one of the roughest. This is the roughest part of L.A., And we were like near Skid Row, and she was like, could I walk to the fucking, could I walk through here? And I just, no, you can't walk here. No, you can't.
Right.
And she's from New York. She's from New York and Chicago, and she's like, can I walk through the worst part of the country? It's like, no, you can't. You can't walk through Skid Row.
It's like, do you know about World War I history? You know that there was that space in between the trench lines they called no man's land.
Yeah.
That was 10 times safer than Skid Row.
You
like
look
those,
up online.
like those guys, they wish they were in Skid Row.
Yeah. Those guys wish. Yeah. No, I think the opposite.
You think the opposite?
People in Skid Row are like, I wish I was on the no man's land right now.
Yeah.
I wish people were spraying me with fucking white phosphorus right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant to say. I said it backwards. I did the bit wrong.
Yeah.
All right, start it over. Start the podcast over.
Rewind.
Yeah, we got to do all that, and then I got to get the bit right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But
well,
Skid Row is the scariest place I've ever been.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah, I'll come out there and check it out.
Yeah, we're going to Philly too. We got to check out their Skid Row.
Yeah.
Second worst Skid Row in the country.
Oh, do they really?
Yep.
Damn it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Shane, let me hit you with this. You know where the term Skid Row comes from?
Seattle.
No, like the actual like Skid Row.
That band.
Well, you know where that comes from.
Yeah.
So it used to be an old like logging trail that they would pull logs behind mules, and so as they drag it, it'd leave like big skid marks. And what they would do is they would build like little taverns and pubs along the road that was being made, so people would go in and like people could buy hookers and shit like that as they were bringing logs and hauling logs.
Damn.
There you go.
I found out what tenderloin means. Because San Francisco has the only place currently that's still called the Tenderloin, but like a lot of cities had tenderloins. But like there's this in the Lower Bowery in Manhattan, which used to be like the really shitty part of New York back in like the 1920s or whatever. There was this police chief, and he used to say that he could make so much money off of bribes that he could buy a tenderloin steak at the end of the night.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So that's
cool.
why shitty parts of cities, that's their slang for it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I kind of like when something from the past is like carried over that long. Like this is like way less fucked up than those two things. But like when George Washington was training the troops for the Revolutionary War, they cut a road, and that road, that street that they cut that when they were training eventually became like Broadway in New York City or Times Square.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's kind of cool, like how
I
stuff
guess
like
Times
that.
Square used to be kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah, the 70s. I've heard.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, we got to go try to do another spot.
Yeah, we got to go do comedy at Third Coast
Stand
Comedy.
up comedy.
Yep.
But we appreciate you guys hanging out. If you still listening, you're fucking one of the real ones.
Yeah, you're very interested in the homeless situation on the West Coast.
Yeah, you love the homeless.
Yeah, you love stories about it. You love minor. How long do you think we talked about homelessness? Like 30 minutes?
Most of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was most of it.
The proceeds of this podcast actually will go to killing homeless people. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I should have donated more.
Yeah.
No. What he means by that is we are selling fentanyl. We are buying fentanyl to sell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're going to be like, how much fentanyl do you want? And then we're going to give them twice that much.
Ooh, yeah. They will be so happy about it.
They will.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, here's some tinfoil, too.
Yeah. They love it.
Yeah. They love tinfoil.
They do.
They love tinfoil. They love straws.
Yeah.
I love to see, when I see straws in a city, I always like, in my head, I like try to picture a story of how that straw got there. You know what I mean? Because like, I see a straw in a city, I think fucking smoking fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
But, or pills or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the podcast.
Yep, there we go.
Yep, that's the podcast.
All right, Shane Bianchi, everybody. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.